Andre here. So today I'm going to show you the OVC 3960 here working in the circuit I have here. So let's sort of go through what we have here. So first of all, we have this development board. Now, this development board is basically just a way to test the circuit. It's not the final form or the final size at all. The final shape and form of this board, including everything, will be something more like this. And it's about the size of a quarter there. It's a little larger than a quarter, okay? So you can see everything is just shrink down there. Okay. For testing though, just to be able to see that everything works, what I have here is I have the chip, the main Bluetooth chip here, hooked up to this circuit here, okay? And it's getting power from this battery here, and this is just a normal lithium-ion battery. And it's basically just being connected directly to the circuit. We have a headphone jack here, which would normally be the male kind, so that you could just plug it into any pair of headphones that have a jack, such as here. So you just plug it in the jack here and it would work. I can't find the cable to these headphones though, so I'm simply going to connect this headset here. Give me a second here to untangle this headset. Okay. So normally you would not have a wire. You'd have the device itself plugged directly into the headphone with a jack like this. But just for this demo, let's go ahead and get our headphone cable here untangled, because you could do this with the final version as well. So we have our jack here. We're going to plug it in to the circuit here. Okay. One second. Okay, so it's plugged in. We're going to go to our phone and go into settings, Bluetooth, and then we see we have OVC 3960 Rev D here. So we're going to attempt to connect to it. Okay. So any second now we should be able to connect to it. For some reason the iPhone here is... I had my other phone connected to it, so of course you cannot have two devices at once, so the iPhone is being finicky. It was my phone, I just disconnected it, that's why I spent a bit of time there. So let's try to connect to the OVC here. Okay, so now we can see that it's connected, and we heard a little noise in the headphones themselves. Okay, so let me just try to orient the speaker so you may hear them. Push the volume up here to maximum on the phone. And then let's try to get a YouTube video playing here. Let's just find some royalty-free music. Let's just do a best of compilation here. So I can hear the music from the headphones. And that's from an ad on YouTube, actually. Okay. So we can see that the headphones are the one playing the music. Okay? So now you can hear the music. So now you can do two things. You can, looking at our circuit here, we have a couple buttons, okay? So first of all, we have this button here, which is play pause. So you see that pause now. Press it again once, and it plays. Okay? Then we have a next and a previous, which only the previous works because next does not work inside YouTube videos. But let's try to open up a music file here and just play a station here, okay? So if we press next, we have next. If we press back, we have back. But of course back does not work inside a radio station because this iPhone doesn't have music. But we press play, pause, okay? And then we have volume adjustment. which you can see it's getting lower and now higher.
When the beat drops out,
And you hear that noise to indicate max volume.
still be there for me.
Okay. Then we have this LED indicator here that basically shows that Bluetooth is connected. It will blink. If it's not connected, it will be solid, and if the device is off, it will stay off. And then we have an extra LED. And by the way, this red LED would normally be blue in the headphones, and it's like actually a series of LEDs as an LED ring. And then this LED here indicates whenever the device is charging. So if you have your micro USB connection connected, so you will charge the little battery inside the device, this will light up and indicate that it's charging. Okay? And keep in mind, the final version of the board will actually be this small. So it will be quite small, and you would have it just hanging off of your headphones like such. And you can see the renderings of the Spiro as it is being presented. This device, of course, will work with pretty much any Bluetooth device, from any kind of iOS device, so iPhones, iPod Touches, iPads, to any kind of Android device. So whenever it's a Samsung device or a LG, etc., Sony, it doesn't matter, it will work with all of them. And for the last version here, what I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to try to do this right now,
Alright, here it goes.
is going to try to call this phone and answer it, okay? So, what I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to call this phone now, so, 1, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call this phone. So let's hope it works. Okay? And I'm going to try to answer it with the play pause button, okay? Oops, and I dialed the wrong number, my apologies. Let's try to call now. Okay, so we see we have calling, and now I'm going to press this button here. So we see that now our call has been accepted, and when we want to reject the call, we simply press it again, and call has ended. Okay? And then, finally, if we want to turn the device off, or turn Bluetooth on and off, we simply hold this button, and we heard that the device actually turned off. The light is flashing slightly faster to indicate the fact that the device is looking to pair with a new device, and assuming that no new device is found, the thing will simply turn off. If we hold it again, the device will turn back on, and everything is fine. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, this will be in a very small package, and you will be able to see the final form when your presentation is being given. Hope you enjoyed the video, and to show you the final version of the board, you can put it on the display here. So we can see the final version of the Spiro X1 Rev 1.0a right here. This is going to be the final board, and in reality it's going to be quite very small. But if we zoom in, we can see all the components here in the traces, and this is a 2-layer board with LEDs all around it, a microphone so you can answer and take calls, and of course lithium battery charging, which I'm not able to demo at this moment, simply because I do not have the connectors. But the final board, again, will have these features.